Okay, guys, so yesterday we had 4 new vocabulary words. So I just want to go through students who did a really good job with their sentences. First up is Ming Huang. So where is Ming Huang? Ming Huang. Ming Huang, did you write this yourself? Yeah? Wow. Well, really good job on your writing, Ming Huang. Your writing is so much neater. Have you been practicing how to write neatly?
I don't.
You haven't been? Well, your writing is super neat, so that's really, really good. I was super impressed with how neat it was. Okay, Ming Huang, could you go ahead and start reading out your sentences for us, please, starting with I imagine.
To the last sentence.
Yeah, so number 1 all the way down to the last sentence.
I imagine what will happen when there is a landslide. I imagine that 100 plus 100 equal to 100. I get a hammer in a box of tools.
And here, I broke.
I broke iron tools last night.
So here we need to use the past tense because you're telling me this happened last night. And we don't need to use the article a because you're talking about iron tools. Okay, keep going.
He illustrates a picture of wolves and sticks it on the walls. He instituted a bottle with acid.
So again, be careful with your subject-verb agreement. Our subject here is singular, which means we need a singular verb with an S on the end. Okay, down here, this needs to be changed to doesn't, again with our subject-verb agreement. So, and doesn't have lunch for 3 days. So can you try that one?
He scribbled all over the city and does not have lunch for 3 days. Next time, he scribbles all over the country.
Good job. Well done. Really, really great vocabulary sentences there. Ming Huang clearly thought about his sentences. He's shown the meaning of the sentences in a lot of them, and he has really neatly laid them out and drawn pictures. So really, really good job, Ming Huang. I think this is the best vocabulary homework you've ever done. So really good job to you. Okay. Next, we have Jenny's. Where is Jenny? Let me find Jenny. Okay, Jenny, can you go ahead and read out all of your sentences for us?
I imagine living in New York.
Good job.
I imagine a big orange tree in my garden.
Good job. So I'm not sure why my mark is down here. So New York, oops, be careful with that. We don't need the U here in New York. York is spelled Y-O-R-K. Okay, go to the next one.
When I go to school, I need a lot of tools. The most important tools for writing is pen. I want to illustrate the book
called ED on the end.
Harry Potter.
Good.
Artists illustrate pictures in books. Some children made messy scribble.
And then down here, Jenny, I think you forgot to use a sentence with the word scribbles. Here you wrote, I need to mix color to make a background. With letter N here, but you didn't use the word scribbles here in your last sentence. So in your homework, can you please fix this to make one sentence more with the word scribbles? But apart from that, every other sentence was really great. So good job, Jenny. Okay, and I think we have one more. So can you go ahead and read out your homework for us today? Where is Hannah? Hannah, there you are.
I imagine being an artist.
Okay, so be careful here because this word starts with a vowel. We need to change this to an. I imagine being an artist.
I imagine being an artist. I imagine staying
in Vietnam. Good job.
When I'm bored, I make super messy scribbles. My little sister makes scribbles on my homework. I want to illustrate the book Harry Potter. Artists
Have to.
have to illustrate lots of books. Builders use tools like hammers. We use tools like
Backpacks.
backpacks to carry books.
Good job. Well done. So this was cut off a little bit for me, but I guess that you wrote backpacks to carry books. Well done, Hannah. Lovely, lovely sentences. Just a word. Some of you guys only wrote one sentence for homework. So please bear in mind that yesterday I asked you to write 2 sentences for each word, because usually in school we have a phonics and vocabulary lesson. So you have phonics worksheets in your reader's notebooks to do. But because you don't have that, I asked for 2 sentences. So please make sure that you give me 2 sentences per word. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started on our second vocabulary lesson. So today we have 4 new vocabulary words. As always, I asked you guys to read over these words at home before we learn them today. So let's just have a look at them. So this word is sketches. Can everyone please say sketches?
Sketches.
Very good. Lovely work, guys. Okay, Sal, can you go ahead and read this sentence for me?
Painters often make sketches or rough drawings before they begin to paint.
Lovely. So the word sketches is a noun. It is a thing. What do you think sketches are? Okay, let's go for Quikang today.
Rough drawings.
Good job. So what can you tell me are rough drawings? What do you think rough drawings are, Quikang?
It means like design something.
Very good. Well done. So it means that people will do a planned drawing. So just like before we write an essay, we make a plan. We write down an idea of how we will create our story. We'll write about our characters, our setting, and then we'll give a couple of sentences to explain what we will think will happen in the beginning, the middle, and the end. Artists do sketches or create sketches to kind of plan what their masterpiece at the end will look like. Let's have a look. Can you read this for me, please? Tweety, sketches.
Sketches are quick, simple drawings.
Good job. So a sketch is a quick, simple drawing. So it's not meant to be that you spend a lot of time doing a sketch. You quickly sketch out your idea, have a look and say, yes, that's what I want my character to look like. When you're happy with your sketch, you can begin seriously illustrating. Then you can take your time really carefully drawing the face and the eyes. The sketch is what we would call a plan before someone makes their final masterpiece. Have a look at this question. Have you guys ever seen an artist draw sketches before they draw their final masterpiece? Have a look at this. Who is this?
Mickey.
Mickey. This is Mickey Mouse. So this is one of Walt Disney's sketches. This is what Mickey Mouse looked like when he was sketched. As you can see, he's not fully colored in with his black color here. He doesn't have his yellow shoes. As you can see, it's a little bit messy. It's a very quick sketch of what he should look like. Click the raise your hand button if you have ever seen some artists' sketches before. Okay, Ming Huang, what have you seen sketches of before?
I saw an artist sketch about they are sketching about a mountain.
A mountain. Oh, lovely. Very good, Ming Huang. Lei Kang, what do you think? Have you ever seen someone's sketches before?
I sketched a castle of sand.
Oh,
Sand castle.
a sand castle. Lovely. So you've actually done some sketching yourself before. Very good. Now be careful, guys. So the word sketch can be a noun or it can be a verb. So we're learning it here as a noun. So some of your answers said, I saw an artist sketching. That's it, using it as a verb. Please make sure that in your homework you use it as a noun. Our second word today is tracing. Can everyone please say after me? Tracing.
Tracing.
Very good, guys. Well done. Okay, the word tracing is a verb. So this is an action word. It's something that we can do. Mia, can you please read this sentence for me?
Tracing. Using see-through tracing paper lets you make an exact copy of something.
Lovely. Good reading, Mia. Now, guys, have a look at this picture of this guy, okay? As you can see, there is a picture underneath this larger piece. Here he has a large piece of paper, but I can see a slightly smaller piece of paper underneath here, which looks almost like maybe it has a map on it. So, if you use this tracing paper, this larger see-through paper, it allows you to make an exact copy of a drawing underneath. So this is what we mean when we say that someone is tracing something. So tracing is another way to say copying the outline or shape of something. Have a look at this quick picture. So tracing paper is see-through paper. So when you put tracing paper on top of another image, you are able to see through it on the bottom image so that you can copy or draw what you would like from the bottom. So for example, if I really like this paper or this picture, and I wanted to copy some parts of it, I would get some tracing paper. And as you can see, it's very clear for me to see the tree. So I can easily copy the outline of this tree. And when I take this tracing paper away, I'll be left with a beautiful picture of a finished tree that I didn't have to do because I could have copied it from somewhere else. Now, have a look at this question. When have you used tracing paper? Okay, tell me about it. Let's see, Zaling, when did you use tracing paper and what were you drawing?
I used tracing paper when I 5 years old and I was tracing a tree.
Lovely, good girl, Zaling. So you were tracing a beautiful tree. I'll go for one more. Cindy, when have you used tracing paper and what were you tracing?
I used tracing paper last year because I used it to make flip books.
Flip books, very good. Good job, Cindy. Well done. Lovely work. Okay, guys. So tracing paper is a very special type of paper that you can get that is see-through. And like I said, you can use it to copy the outline of something. Okay, next, number 7. Let's have a look. This word is research. Can everyone please say research?
Research.
Very good. Well done. Okay, Leo, can you go ahead and read this sentence for me?
Sometimes artists need to do research to find out what things look like.
Good job. Lovely reading, Leo. So, guys, here the word research is a noun. So please be careful. The word research can also be a verb. So I could say, I research the history of Vietnam. And that's me using it as a verb. If I want to use the word research as a noun, I need to add in the words to do. So I could say, do research on the history of Vietnam. And here I'm using it as a noun. So please be careful. Make sure that you use the words that we learn as the parts of speech as we learn them. Okay. So what do you guys think the noun research is? What is research? Quang Hai.
You're asking us to find something.
Good. I'm asking you to find out information. Can you guys remember the last thing I asked you guys to do research on? Teddy?
Miss Rachel asked us to do research on what do Americans eat on Thanksgiving Day and why do they eat that.
Good girl. Well done, Teddy. The last thing I asked you guys to research or to do research on was Thanksgiving Day. I asked you to do some research to find out what it is that Americans eat on Thanksgiving Day and why they eat it. Good job. Let's have a look at the meaning.
What do you mean to do research? Mean to research and study information about a topic.
Lovely. Okay, guys, what kinds of research have you done for reports? Quang Hai, do you remember?
I remember you said we need to research to have a report of the Thanksgiving Day and what food we eat.
Yes, so that was less of a report and that was more about putting the information on a poster or making a craft. But a while ago, I asked all of you to do some research on an animal. I asked you to do some research on any animal that you wanted, and then you wrote a report about it. You told me what food it ate, you told me where it lived, and you told me what it looked like. So you researched its appearance, its habitat, and its diet. So that was the last research report you guys did for me. We did a research report on any animal. Okay, guys. So when you do research, it's when you go and find information about a certain topic, and then usually you write it down somewhere. So maybe you write it in a report, maybe you write it in a poster or on a poster, maybe you write it in your homework. So when you do research, you are finding information about a certain topic. Okay, our last word of the day is textures. Now, can everyone say textures? Good job. So that T has almost a ch sound. Textures. Really good job. Okay, the word textures is a noun. Textures are things. Have a look at this sentence. Read it for me, please. Let's see. Mickey, can you read it for me?
Paper can have different texture. It can look and feel smooth or rough.
Good job. Thanks for reading, Mickey. Okay, so paper can have different textures. It can look and feel smooth or rough. So smooth or rough are some context clues that we have here. What do you guys think the word textures might mean? Minghuang, what do you think?
It is paper that looks smooth or rough.
Paper that looks smooth or rough? Not quite. So a texture isn't paper. Many different types of items have texture. So for example, your pillow has texture. Paper has texture. Rocks on the ground, they have textures. Okay, Hannah's got it in the chat box. Hannah, can you tell everyone what you think?
Texture, I think, mean the touch of something.
Good girl, so you're half right there. Textures are how something looks and how it feels. Now let's have a look at what that means. Steve, could you please read this sentence for me?
Textures are different ways that surfaces look and feel.
Good job. Can you read the question for me as well, please?
How do textures of sandpaper and fur feel to your finger?
Lovely. Now, this is a very interesting question. Does anyone know what the word sandpaper means? Let's see, Emma, can you try and describe sandpaper, please?
Sandpaper is a type of paper that is rough.
Yes, good girl. So guys, sandpaper is a type of paper that is really rough. And what we use sandpaper for is to smooth down wooden rough surfaces. So for example, if your family buy a lovely new wooden table, but you notice that part of the wood is coming away and it's sharp, your mom or dad might go buy some sandpaper and really press it and rub it against the table. When they're finished, the table will feel very smooth. So sandpaper feels really, really rough to touch. What about fur? What is fur? Jenny, what do you think?
Fur is soft
Where can we find fur?
animal.
Good girl, well done. So fur is what we call the hair on animals. So let's think about that. How do you guys think the textures of rough sandpaper and soft fur feel to your fingers? Tweety?
If we touch fur on our finger, it will feel smooth and soft.
Good girl. And what about sandpaper?
Sandpaper will be
rough and bumpy.
Good girl. Really, really great answers. Sandpaper is going to be rough and very bumpy. I hate touching sandpaper because it doesn't feel very nice on my fingers. But fur, oh, I love to touch fur. So I love when I see any animal and I can give it a good pet because it feels so soft and smooth on my fingers. Have a look here, guys. So have a look at some of these words. We've got a father's beard. So a beard is facial hair that usually men have on their face, like Santa Claus has a very long white beard. A hamster, a pillow, a seashell, a wool sweater, and sand. I'm going to say some of these things, and I want you guys to shout out scratchy if the texture is scratchy, or soft if you think the texture is soft. Okay, listen carefully. A father's beard. Very good. A father's beard is definitely a hamster.
Soft.
Yes, a hamster is going to be very soft for us to touch. A pillow.
Soft.
Definitely very soft for us to touch. A seashell.
Scratchy.
Scratchy. It's going to have lots of rough edges and maybe even some sand on it. A wool sweater. Ah. Now, it depends what kind of wool. If we have merino wool, it would be a very soft texture. If we have normal sheep wool, it would be very scratchy. Wool can be a very scratchy material. So we'll leave that one blank because it can be scratchy or soft. Last one, sand. Very good. Sand is definitely scratchy. What sand is lots of tiny little rocks. So sand would definitely have a scratchy texture. Okay, guys, have a look at these textures. So we can have fur, which is nice and soft. You can have rocks, which are scratchy and rough and bumpy. And you can have the texture of water. Texture of water could be cool or warm, so it could be nice, a nice temperature on your hand. And the texture of water is very soft. When you touch the edge of the water, it's very soft on your fingertips. Okay, guys, now it's time for us to play a game. We are going to divide the teams into girls and boys. So how to play this game is I'm going to call on random girls and random boys. If I ask you to pick a number, you pick a number from 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 12. Underneath these numbers, I have questions written down. So I'll ask the boys or the girls a question. You might be asked to make a sentence, you might be asked to spell a word, or you might be asked to define a word. If you get a star, you get 1 point. If you get a heart, you get 10. You see this symbol, it means that you swap points with the other team. If you see this symbol, it's a bomb has gone off and you lose all your points. So let's get ready to play. Emma to go first. Emma, pick a number for the girls, please.
Number 9.
Okay, number 9. Let me have a look at my question for number 9. Okay, so the question is, girls, can you spell the word sketches? Lekang, can you spell the word sketches? Yeah.
SCECHES.
Okay, so you're very, very, very close, Lekang. You were so close. One letter out. Sketches is SKETCHES. So you're very, very close, but not quite. Let's have a look at what you girls missed out on. Was it a bomb or was it a heart? Oh, actually, you missed out on a bomb, so maybe that was a good thing. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, boys, you're next. Ocean, pick any number for me.
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, boys, make a sentence using the word research. Hacker.
I do research about animals.
Good. I do research about animals. Okay, boys, let's have a look at number 5. Ta-da! Boys just got 10 points. Okay, boys, you've got 10 points. All right, girls, back to you now. Hey, Teddy, can you pick a number for me?
Number 7.
Number 7. Okay, let's have a look at the question for number 7. Number 7. What does tracing mean? Mia.
Tracing something means
Copying the outline or shape of it.
Good job. Well done, Mia. Tracing means copying the outline or trace of something. Let's have a look. Swap points! So that means, boys, you have 0 points, and the girls have stolen your points, and they now have 10 points. Good job, girls. Okay, who would like to pick a number from the boys' team? Kui Kang, pick a number.
Number 1.
Okay, guys, our question for number 1 is, give me a sentence using the word textures. See, Ming Huang, can you help with that, please?
The rock texture is a rough.
The rock's texture is rough. Well done. Good job, Ming Huang. Great sentence. Let's see, boys. Oh, star. Okay, so the girls have 10 and the boys have 1 point. Okay, we've got time for at least one more girl and one more boy to play. So girls, back to you. Let's go for Mingha. Could you pick a number, please?
Number 6.
Okay, number 6. Girls, your question for number 6 is, this is one of our vocabulary words from yesterday. Please spell the word illustrate. Okay, Susie.
ILLSTRATE.
Oh, lovely. Ding, 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 ding. Correct. Okay, girls. Ooh, let's see what it is. It's a star! Okay, so you've got 11 points, girls. Okay, boys, over to you. This is the final game now, the last chance. Noob to pick a number. Noob, pick a number for me, please.
I do 11.
11. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, number 11 is spell the word textures. Quang Hai, can you help?
TESURES.
Not quite. So we have an X in there, not an S. So you're very close. Textures is spelled TEXTURES. Okay, let's have a look at what we were going to have anyway. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it would have been a star. But that comes to the end of our time. So at the end of that game, we have girls with 11 points and boys, we have 1 point. So girls, you are the winners today. Good job. Okay, guys, so let me just show you your homework. Ta-da. Okay, guys, so for homework today, you must do vocabulary words, definitions, and 2 sentences. So yesterday, then what I'd also like you to do is I'd like you to read the story, What Do Illustrators Do? Okay, guys, so since there are no more questions, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to say goodbye. Have a lovely weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.